Welcome to another episode of A Higher Perspective, the podcast, with your hosts, Charlie and Eric. Now let's get ready to perspectivize. All right, that went better than I planned, and I don't usually plan much. So today we have a special episode. We're sitting with a legend behind the camera, Mr. David Letterman. So sorry, Dave, I don't mean to. Before I get to you, I just need to share the glory of our plus one today, and then I'm going to jump into our special guest and why our other guest or our host isn't here. Our plus one today is called Jack Herrera, and it is from a place called Sweet Leaf in Tillamook. It's 35%, and Jack, here's to you, buddy. Okay. Well, that's awesome. We usually have another person here.
Mm-hmm. No.
He's not here right now. He was on a roller coaster ride and caught his eyelid on a nail. So he's having some surgery right now.
It happened to me once.
I would never have known.
Yeah, same thing exactly.
Which eye?
Both.
Well, damn.
It was terrible.
You look like you. I wouldn't even have told. I couldn't even tell.
That's why I have to wear glasses.
Really?
Yeah.
Are both the eyes real?
No. They were removed and reinstated.
Oh, nice. Nice. Did you donate the old ones to Stevie Wonder?
Sure.
Oh, I like that. That sounds pretty good.
I didn't even get a thank you card, though.
No?
Nah.
Oh, I don't know if you know this or not, but he probably couldn't see the paper. He's blind.
Jeez. It's terrible.
It is terrible, you know, but I love Stevie.
Who doesn't? I mean, really.
Right. Yeah, definitely. The whole thing when you're a kid and you hear that first story about him hearing a mouse in the classroom, you hear that one?
No.
His teacher, I guess their mouse, had a little pet mouse in the classroom and it got loose and they couldn't find it anywhere. And Stevie Wonder was one of the kids in the room, so the teacher asked Stevie to find the mouse and she made everyone be quiet. Stevie Wonder heard where the mouse was and they found it. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but you know,
that's a moving story. And
it is.
I think all of us can relate to that.
Definitely. I've lost my mouse in the weirdest places.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Well, there was this one time. You know what? We should save that for another show.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
Well, there are so many mouse stories.
There are.
Yeah.
Right? How many places can you hide a mouse?
Oh, well, I can think of plenty.
I don't. Okay. That's what we should have done a top 10 list on. Hiding the mouse.
No.
Well, okay. We'll get there. So I got to ask, start out, what made you get into show business?
Not in show business.
You're David Letterman. You were in show business for years.
Yeah, I think you got the wrong guy.
Well, who are you then?
Well, I'm not Dave.
What's your name?
Tom, yeah.
Okay, Tom.
That's Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Sure.
I have a feeling you're trying to trick me here, Dave, so I'm gonna roll with it.
No.
Okay.
I just think your many listeners need to know that what happened here is I was driving down Highway 101. I had a little bit of an accident, not that big of a deal.
Okay.
This man pulled over and helped me, and as a result, I said I would do whatever this is that we're doing, but I'm not Dave.
Can you imagine that? Finding David Letterman on the side of the road with a flat tire? I couldn't believe it.
No.
You don't have to be modest here, Dave.
No, come
on. When you're not TV showing, what are you doing?
Well, you know, I need to take a moment. I need to address your viewers.
Yes, please. How about them?
This man, Craig here, the last time I checked, his last show had 4 million viewers. 4 million. This is the #1 show in Liechtenstein. This is incredible. And you'd never know it. He's just a humble guy.
Doc.
And he comes across like, oh yeah, he's kind of a humble guy. Let me tell you, on my way in here from the studio, I passed his yacht, 900 feet. 900 feet. They had one of those places for a helicopter to land, but he's as humble. You think that he's just a normal person, but believe me, he is a man of the people.
Thank you, Dave. What I would like to say is, first of all, it's a helicopter, not a helicopter
Oh,
pad.
okay. Yeah, all right.
Um,
all right. Well,
Not a ship that big. You need a helicopter. But yeah, I see what we're doing here, and I like it. I like it. I'm not joking. This is going to be fun. That's not working for me.
uh-oh.
So, being the greatest TV show host of all time, what was your favorite guest and why? Or did you even have a favorite guest?
I didn't even have a show.
What did you used to do?
Well, if I had a show.
Yeah.
Had I had a show in the past.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, let's face it, it's Bill Murray. I mean, everybody. He's my first. I mean, no, he was not. He was Dave's first and Dave's last guest on NBC, and then it was CBS. What a guy, what a character. But I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. Okay, you son of a bitch, David. I got it. I feel what you're putting down, my man. I got it. So good. What? So I heard a rumor. That you gave up the Michelin star restaurants. I heard that you would rather eat pig slop from a dog bowl than ever eat a Michelin star restaurant again, and that you only eat at Little Gordo's. Is that true? And
Yeah.
why?
It is true.
What is it about Little Gordo's you like?
First of all, Little Gordo's, the best thing about Little Gordo's is that it's little. And that's important.
Yes.
Because if it were Big Gordo's, I would have never gone there.
No.
No.
Big Gordo sound keep you away.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
Too much too soon.
Too much Gordo
Yeah.
too soon.
Exactly.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Too much Gordo can be. I don't know how to say it in Spanish. I know Gordo is Spanish, right? But,
Well, there's that problem that he's got over there with the heartburn issue. It's just
yeah. Him or his customers?
well, it's his customers. I think he's got a plan though.
Yeah. I was happy he stopped putting cocaine in the soup. I would go there every other day for that fucking soup.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Oh, that's why it was so good.
Yeah.
He labeled it MSG.
That's
on
why
the
it's my
shelf.
favorite restaurant.
Yeah, that's right. Can I get you something to drink? I would like a Coke. You would like some Coke? Yes, I would like some Coke. That was,
There you go.
Little Gordo. He's my man.
Oh, and one more thing I want to tell you, viewers.
Shoot. Please.
Not only is this man's show, Dennis here, his show is number one in the country of Liechtenstein, but it's moving up and it's now number 2 in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. And that's not an easy. That Saudi market is not an easy one to break. I'll tell you. I can tell you from experience. Be a big on Saudi TV is not easy.
Yeah, I knew it. Okay. All right. We're getting somewhere here. We're breaking the show.
Oh, I know. Well, no.
I thought my oil was going to make me rich. Saudi oil was going to make me rich, but it's going to be this show. I feel it.
And again, this is something your viewers can't see, but we're in front of a studio audience here. There must be, 900 people then?
There are, there are a ton of people here. So let's hear it from everybody. All right. Yeah, I like it. Okay. It was good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. All right. Everyone seems to dig it.
Yeah.
But eventually we're going to have to expand because there's not enough room for everybody.
Well, and the parking, let's face it, the parking here is getting to be a problem.
There's only really parking for 2. So yeah, you got to squeeze cheeks, you know what I'm saying, to get in there.
Oh, yeah. When you got 900 people with parking for 2, you got a problem. Right
That's
there.
why I have the big yacht.
Oh, okay.
You park down at the yacht and I shuttle you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought there was something like that.
Yeah, the first 2 episodes we didn't even air because my co-host couldn't find the parking for the yacht. But
Yeah.
we did it.
All right.
I wanted to do the podcast on the yacht, but I was afraid of getting a BUI. I mean, I'm not joking. The BUIs are real.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want them.
Exactly. Happens to a lot of people.
It does. An unjust BUI. That's kind of like an unjust UTI, but less, probably not less painful.
No, I wouldn't know I don't know if I'd go that far.
Yeah.
But you're in the right.
Yeah. Thank you. Who, being one of the funniest people on TV, what makes you laugh? Who do you think is funny?
I've never been on TV.
Okay. Okay. In your past career, who did you enjoy working with?
You mean if I had ever been?
If you had ever been on TV.
Well, Paul Schaefer.
Oh my gosh.
The guy is just a maniac.
Paul Schaefer. I mean, how long did you work with him?
I've never worked with him, but if I had worked with him, he'd have been the man.
Hey, what's that over there? Over on the side.
Hey, get out of here.
Get out of here.
I didn't even see. Look at that. When did he get here?
Who do I look like?
Oh, Paul, I tell you. What a knucklehead.
I didn't know if it was going to work. Being Paul Schaefer's nephew, he allowed me to do that. So I just want to say thank you, Uncle Paul. Anyway.
These Canadians are just nuts,
They are, eh?
Paul's a Canadian, you know that? Yeah, he's from Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Really?
Yeah.
Thunder Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that. Thunder Bay.
Wow. You ever been up to Thunder Bay?
No.
Oh.
Beautiful?
I don't know, I've never been there.
Oh. I was hoping for some insight right there.
No idea.
No. Now is Thunder Bay a real place?
I think. But I've never been there.
Yeah. I can concur. I can tell you I can concur that he has never been there. Well, I don't know. He could have been there.
No.
Have you ever had a time when you've wanted to get up off that desk and just slap Paul across the face?
No, but that actually happened. He slapped me once across the face. I mean, no. If I had been on TV.
Yes.
And if I had been in a show with Paul Schaefer.
Yeah.
That could have happened.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. I'm going to go now and watch every season that's ever aired. See where it gets me. Can you believe it? Flat tire. Anyway.
I had no idea that fixing a flat tire was going to result in this, but
I really appreciate it. Yeah. I think we met at a barbecue quite a while ago. I got a picture with you. You probably don't remember me, but I'll throw it back up when I air this program.
All right.
It was awesome.
I don't recall that, but
it was one of my shining moments.
Okay.
It was just before I got the yacht.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, you were my inspiration. I think you did a top 10 list once of things people could do to never get ahead in life, and I'm following that dream. I'm number 10. Number 10 right here. Sorry. But I digress. Sometimes. Not usually, but sometimes. Let's talk about Johnny Carson.
Well, Johnny he was the inspiration for so many people.
He was.
He was the greatest.
He was.
And I know I suspect a lot of your viewers here are maybe too young to really remember Johnny.
I think some of them are. I was lucky enough to have. Whenever I was a child, they'd always have his reruns on TV. Whether it aired, because it was so late at night, I couldn't stay up. But the next day, they'd have people. I lived with my grandparents when I was a kid. They'd have social, hour people come over. That would be on in the background, and they would be laughing at his jokes. And I loved his humor. So today, on this episode, we are going to play a little game called Douche or No Douche. And we're gonna use Johnny Carson. Sorry, sometimes it comes from the pit of my stomach, I should have said the bowels.
I told you this was gonna happen, didn't I? Jeez. All right.
Agent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Sorry. There's an empty seat.
No, former agent.
Fired.
If I had an agent,
Yeah.
of course I don't.
Yeah. Oh, I totally get it. So one thing I liked about Johnny Carson, and I'm going to just throw it out there. Back in the day when little misogyny went a long way.
Yeah, those were different times.
They were different times. Back in the day when the man with the machismo would come and be a guest, sit down and light up a smoke, and sit with a glass of something. They must have been drinking alcohol. Yeah. But sometimes, those were just the funniest skits to me.
Oh, yeah.
And
I mean, who can ever forget the Great Karnak?
I don't think anyone can ever.
I mean that was just the epitome of comedy.
Yes. Yeah. I think one of my favorite things is he said something about may your mother have 1,000 fleas of a camel or something like that. But
what used to routinely happen is Johnny would let loose with a Karnak, routine, and the crowd would boo because it was, a loser. And then he would look up, feigning, disappointment, and he would say, "May the fleas of 1,000 yucks infect your daughter's nether regions."
Oh my gosh! Imagine that curse.
Well, you have to understand, this was when he had the big turban. He was Karnak. And Karnak was just not some normal guy. Yeah. He was a visitor from the East.
Yeah.
He was the great seer, soothsayer.
Yeah.
And something else. Seer, soothsayer. Oh, and former air conditioning repairman, I think. Yeah. But anyway, he was a great guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he was amazing. The way he could foresee the envelope like it was X-ray vision.
Yeah.
Just amazing. And a million times, my dad, when I was a kid, got mad at me because I'd fuck up our mail by going, "Hey," and blowing into it. But I've just ripped the letter. I've ripped the check he got from work, whatever. Just, fucked it up. I thought that was one of the funny things is that rip.
Yeah.
I don't know. You had it down.
You always got a big laugh at it.
Yeah. And Ed McMahon, man.
Oh, Ed. Yeah. Hi-oh.
Hey-oh. That's right. Aha. Johnny. Until Star Search came along, I don't know anything that Ed McMahon did other than the Carson Show.
Well, Ed goes way back, and maybe, I don't know if you remember this or not, he used to do an ad for a Publishers Clearinghouse. Remember that?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
And again, for your younger viewers out there, which I know there are over 2 million now.
Yes.
But there used to be this thing called Publishers Clearinghouse, and it was basically you just fill out the information and send it in, and you could be thrown in the hopper for $1 million or something. And Ed would show up at people's house with the $1 million.
Yeah.
And he'd knock on the door, and they open the door, looking rather surprised. And there was Ed with a big pile of money.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want that gig?
I would shit my pants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people did. They just didn't show that on the screen.
Ed McMahon hits the brown note. Who would have known? I wonder how many times people were like, "Yeah, right on, come on in." And Ed comes in, and they're all happy about the money. And a couple minutes later, the guy's like, "Where's my wife?" And she's in the back room with Ed, yucking it up. I don't know. I think he had like 9 wives, didn't he?
Oh, I think maybe a few more than that. But
yeah. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I like Ed McMahon. I don't know, but I'm going to swing. I don't think Johnny Carson was a douche.
No.
But also, I didn't know him personally. Could have been, but I don't think it was.
Well, I didn't know him personally.
How come you never had him on your show?
Well, I never had a show. But if I had a show, Johnny retired and went out to California and became a little bit of a recluse.
Yeah, he did.
He was on the Letterman show 3 or 4 times for just a quick cameo appearance.
Your show?
Well, no, not my show, but the Letterman show.
Yeah.
And that was, I think, initially went back to the old. No, it was in the NBC days that Johnny would occasionally show up. But if I had that show,
Yeah.
I would have really appreciated being
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. He seems like a good fun guy. Some of those skits, he did this one that has stuck with me forever. And it starts out and he's in like he's breaking into a place and he's working on this box, electric box with a flashing red light. And he's in a black knit cap and black everything, and he's got a screwdriver and he's undoing it and he's wiping his head and the thing's flashing and he takes all the screws off and he opens up the box, he pulls some things out, he snips it and the light stops flashing. It stops flashing and then he gets up and he opens the bathroom stall door and goes in and sits down because there's a pay stall.
And I don't remember that one. I thought I had all that down, but geez, that's news to me.
God, that one stuck with me. I loved Mission Impossible as a kid, and that made me so happy.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Well, that was one of what he called the Mighty Carson Art Players, where they would have these little skits and things, and Johnny would star in them, and I mean, everybody looked forward to the Mighty Carson Art Players. I mean, that was the standard by which so many of these shows today, Johnny set the standards, the baseline.
Yeah. I think so. I think God, what was the guy? Gary Shandling, the Gary Shandling show.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think he followed. I think he followed what he did, what Johnny did, and then added what he himself to it. So I think Gary Shandling reminds me of a bit of Johnny Carson-ish talk show host. Rest his soul. I think Gary's dead. I think Gary Shandling's dead. But I'm not sure.
See, now I go way back. I'm quite a bit older than you are.
Yeah.
Before Johnny was on the old Tonight Show, it was Steve Allen that started that show. And Steve Allen, then it was followed by Jack Parr. And if you look at the way Johnny would present himself, you'd see a little bit of those two guys in there.
Yeah.
Jack Parr had that and Johnny was so good at it. Somebody would say something and he'd sort of pause as if you can't believe you said that. And, I mean, he just had that down.
Yeah.
And that alone was enough to just break me up right there.
Yeah. Comedic timing is everything. I think
it almost saved Bob Hope. Not quite.
Almost. Yeah. Almost. I don't know. Yeah. What could have? I loved watching his USO shows.
Oh yeah.
And Bing Crosby.
Oh
my gosh. I don't know. Whenever they were together in a movie, I thought it was good. Yeah. I don't know.
Classic stuff.
Definitely. I think it was Gary Shandling who was telling a joke one time, and he was on it. He was on another talk show talking about a joke that affected him. I think it was Benny Goodman was doing stand up, and Gary saw him, and the joke was these backwoods country folk go to the city, and they go into this big high-rise department store building. And they're standing there, and the guy's looking around, and he's got his wife waiting in the other department, and he's got his son with him right there, and he's looking, and there's an elevator. He's never seen an elevator before, and so the elevator beeps, and the door opens, and this short, stubby woman goes onto the elevator. The door closes, and bing, a couple minutes later, bink, the elevator opens, and this tall, beautiful woman comes walking out of the elevator, and that man looks down at his son and he says, "Son, go get your mother." I mean, that was but it was the comedic timing, because I'm like, he had a perfect pause.
Yeah.
After seeing,
Yeah, and it wasn't "Son, go get your mother." It was "Son, We'll get to I mean, the way, yeah, exactly. Well, that goes again. This is way before my time, even. But the old Borscht Belt, the upstate New York comedians, and
Yeah.
I mean, oh, that was great. That's where this all got started.
Yeah.
And yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah,
Good times. Well, good. So, no douche, Johnny Carson.
Oh no.
Yeah, I couldn't do it either.
Oh no.
I couldn't do it either. Has being a famous TV personality interfered with your personal life?
You got the wrong guy. I am not David Letterman. But I can tell you, if I had been David Letterman,
Yes.
maybe. Do you believe in reincarnation?
I do.
Well, the biggest problem. This is old Woody Allen line. Woody Allen. Well, Woody Allen's a whole other story. But,
Yeah.
But Woody Allen said that the biggest problem with reincarnation was having to sit through the ice capades again. Now, let's face it, the man was on to something.
Yes,
there.
he was right.
But how do we get started in reincarnation?
I don't know. You asked me if I believed in reincarnation. I was just going to say, yeah, I'd like to come back as Christy Brinkley's car seat.
Well, you'll have to, in the other world, you'd have to get in line for that one, I suspect.
I think you're right. I'd be lined up for the trains while they're handing out brains. That's just me. But go ahead, reincarnation.
I forgot what I was talking about.
All right. So,
we were talking about comedians.
Yes, that's right.
How these old time Borscht Belt comedians.
Right.
Perhaps these people are back again. Maybe they're still around.
Oh, yeah.
They've come back. They passed on, and now all of a sudden there's some great new comedians out there. I mean, it's just one after another. All these stand-up routines. I mean, it's just amazing. It's just wonderful to see this with all the kids coming up. I mean, kids in show business.
Yeah.
By that I mean the people who aren't as old as others.
Yeah. If you're talking about the younger generation,
yeah,
let's
do that.
They are younger than the older people.
They are
100%.
And some of them have fewer years under their belt.
Science proves you correct. I'm just going to say that for sure. If you thought that, I have to stop because my head will explode if we keep going with that one, buddy.
I've got a new book coming out.
Really? Tell me all about it.
Well, it's called The Second Law of Thermodynamics, Making It Work for You.
I didn't even know that you were into that.
Yeah, I'm a physicist, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I have an advanced degree in physics, and it's something that I really enjoy. We used to sit around and discuss quantum theory and stuff. In fact, we used to have some great quantum theory jokes, but people just didn't get them.
This is weird. I love the universal quantum theory.
Who doesn't? I mean,
Right.
come on.
I don't really like to sit and debate string theory, but universal quantum theory, like if you want to tell me that the same mass can't be in the same spot at the same time, fuck, I agree.
It happened to me once. Yeah. I thought I was someplace, but I was actually somewhere else. That's just happening right now.
So I want to say that's how good this weed is. He has not smoked any, and he is in the clouds. It's Jack Hare, 35%. This is so great.
When did this state make that shit legal? I mean,
oh God, wasn't it 2016?
Okay.
No, probably before 2016.
It's been uphill ever since.
Shit, I don't know. That's what the weed does to you. I just remember being old enough to go, fuck, if they ever make it legal. For years we talked, if they just make it legal.
Yeah.
Just make it legal.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as they made it legal, who I saw online were all those older people yelling at me for smoking weed when I was a young kid.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. I get it. You don't break the law, you don't break the law, right? But there was a song that says, breaking the law, breaking the law. Breaking the law, breaking the law.
I missed that one.
No, yeah, Jesus Priest.
I think I probably missed it on purpose.
It's fine. You didn't miss much. Is there anyone you wish you could have worked with that you didn't? Any actress, actors, other TV show hosts that you would have liked to have spent time in the business with but did not?
Well, there were, and there still are. There's these legends, but they don't have this like they used to.
Mm-hmm.
In the old days, the olden times, yeah. There were people who were beyond reproach. They were
Yes.
the big names, the real movie stars. They used to have movies. Do we have movie stars anymore?
Yeah.
People who were like legends, and they could make or break a show. If they'd make or break a movie, their name alone would make it.
Yes. Right.
And you think of people like Elizabeth Taylor.
Yes.
Bang! You had Elizabeth Taylor in your movie. Was it a hit?
Yeah.
I mean, almost.
Yeah.
And there were a number of people like that, and so looking back on those, who would we like to have? If I'd had a TV show,
Yes.
you got the wrong.
Oh,
guy.
sure.
You
Yeah,
understand?
no.
You got the wrong. Guy.
No,
Yeah.
come on now.
But
Go ahead.
there are just so many that I think about, and what would have happened if we'd had or if David Letterman, not me, if David had some people on that show, and could have been interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would have liked to have seen more little people on the show, and I'm using that to segue into I went and saw this band called Mini Kiss.
I should have guessed. Yeah,
It was awesome.
Oh,
It was awesome. A group of little people who dress up like Kiss, the makeup, the gear,
what do you
everything.
mean? What do you mean by little people?
Little people.
You mean they were short?
Yes, very.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought you meant lesser known people.
No. I'm trying to be politically correct.
Okay, I got you.
I think. I mean, they deserve it.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm very little people.
Mm-hmm.
The guy,
And when was this?
go ahead.
When did you go see this?
That was my day before my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was just last month.
Okay.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
A big crowd was there?
Sold out the pack, top bottom. Everyone standing, like couldn't get another person in there. And the guy who is Paul Stanley,
Yeah.
dead on to Paul Stanley. Showmanship was A1 with these guys, I tell you. And the dude who played Gene Simmons, he had the Axe bass guitar signed by Gene Simmons. It was amazing. We went to the karaoke bar after, and they all showed up there. And fucking my man Gene, that little guy,
Were they still in costume or
only one person came in
Okay.
costume.
All right.
Only one. And he didn't sing, or I didn't stay long enough to see him sing, but I don't know if he sang or not. Paul Stanley guy sang, and then the Gene Simmons guy sang, and he's a great bass player.
Sure. I know.
Okay, backup singer, I guess, but he was put on the spot, so he did it. But he's up there singing, and he's got beautiful women at the front of the thing, reaching through, touching him, wanting to be felt. Like they were all over this guy.
Mm.
Kiss, right? Usually you invite them to dinner and they don't even stay for the rolls, but they put on a show that made everybody stay that night. It was amazing. I just wanted to say that. I haven't got to talk about it.
Hold on a second. What?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We can come in. I have
No. I'll never live that down.
Okay. Hey, I was thinking when you were talking about Elizabeth Taylor, do you think when she started selling diamonds, when she started advertising diamonds, or girls' best friend selling diamonds, do you think the little blood diamond kids in Africa were like, fuck? Because they knew how good of an actress she was. They were just like, fuck.
Back to the pit.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. She's she's a great actress. She's going to sell a ton of these diamonds. We're screwed. You know, I wish I had my left arm still. But I don't know.
Oh man. Well, that brings up this whole specter of celebrities, people of different ilk, going into blatant commercialism.
Yeah.
Selling whatever. I don't know about. I've never heard of Elizabeth Taylor and diamonds, but it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But how many times? And I guess this is one of the things you don't see as much as you used to. This is how show business has sort of changed. But it used to be a very easy transition from somebody big in TV or movies. Just, next thing you know, they're on TV pushing denture or something.
Yeah. Pushing lakefront property in beautiful Lake Shastina. I'm so sorry, Tesso. But yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it hurts when you see your childhood idol pushing tinfoil for a living now, you know what I mean?
But you know what? I mean, commercials were some of the best TV ever. They're not anymore.
Yeah, they're not.
But do you remember a commercial? I am not making this up. Was for Colgate toothpaste. And it was Colgate toothpaste with Gardol. It had a ingredient, the announcer said. It had Gardol. And what was Gardol? Well, it was an invisible protective screen around your teeth.
Wow.
And to illustrate this, as the guy was talking about this object came zinging into his head, and just before it hit him, it bounced off. Because Gardol, I'm not making this up, Gardol was actually analogous to whatever it was. And you know what they threw at the guy that bounced off?
Huh.
It's a coconut. Now, where else? I mean, is that high comedy or what?
Why would
Who would have had
soda pop?
Exactly. It could have been anything, but it was a coconut.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was just tremendous.
If you're eating healthy enough that you're eating coconut, Gardol. I used to.
The coconut wasn't even peeled, mind you. It was the whole coconut, just ding, and it bounced right off.
Can you imagine if you didn't have the Gardol?
Ooh, all hell would have was.
Messed up his face.
It'd have been ugly.
Yeah. Gardol. No, that's a good one though.
Yeah, look it up. I think we're talking the late 50s.
Yeah.
Colgate with Gardol, and it's on the internet. You can see the coconut bounce off this guy's head.
Yeah. Now I just wait for the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because those are usually some good commercials.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, that's again. This is. This is high tech. This is high money. These commercials now. I mean, it used to be, you just get somebody out in the backyard with his dog talking about something.
Yes.
But now,
Yeah, definitely. I know what you mean.
Stars, yeah.
So we have a little segment on this show, and it is called "Strong Words from a Bird." So
I have no idea what you're.
So at one point, our great friend Emily got us this calendar, and the calendar is it is a bird calendar, and each day has a different saying on it. And it's just a picture of a bird, but it's just the most ridiculous stuff. So we kind of wanted to work it in because it's just really fun.
I'm not sure I'm following this.
I think everyone needs it. So today's strong word from a bird is that bird.
What does that say?
I think it's a little hawk. It says, "Can we hurry this up? I have real shit to do." Well, this strikes good to today, doesn't it? This strikes good to today. So, can we hurry up?
Well, my cars will be done soon. And,
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, that was good. I love the birds. So I got a good one. I think this is going to be fun. We're going to do an F, Marry, Kill. And they're going to be Elizabeth Montgomery, Mary Tyler Moore, and Lucille Ball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it's a hard one. And whenever we do the F, Marry, Kill, keep in mind, they're all prime of their life.
Okay.
So you never have to be like, well, age,
yeah.
All prime of their life.
Okay.
So,
all right.
What do you think? That's a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I was going to throw the lady from I Dream of Jeannie in there, but I couldn't remember her name at the moment.
Barbara Eden.
Barbara Eden.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I'd have to go with Mary Tyler Moore.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, one you're gonna F, one you're gonna marry, one you're gonna kill. Let me show you. Elizabeth Montgomery was Sam from Bewitched. Right.
Samantha. Mm-hmm.
Mary Tyler Moore was Mary Tyler Moore show.
With several, there were several. She was on the old Dick Van Dyke show,
right?
And then the Mary Tyler Moore show, of course, with
Carol Burnett show. She was on there a couple times,
yeah,
quite a lot. And then Lucille Ball of I Love Lucy. So I would probably kill Lucille Ball because she's funny. She's funny. But why didn't Ricky just kill her? At what point?
Well, that's why people watch that show. They were waiting for her demise.
Yeah, I think so, because I just couldn't believe
it. Could happen any minute.
Couldn't believe he didn't hit a woman. You know what I mean?
Well, you were everybody was hoping that one of the stage lights would just fall on her.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Vita Vita Vegemin, and somebody slipped some radiator fluid in there or something, So I'd kill her. I think I would F Mary Tyler Moore. And then I'd marry Elizabeth Montgomery.
Oh.
Because I could always think, well, she's just going to do some of that. You know what I mean?
Sure. Do you know Mary Tyler Moore?
I don't know her.
No, I don't know her personally. But she had a thing with Elvis Presley.
What?
Yes, it's true. She was in a movie. And Mary Tyler Moore, well, and Elvis, let's face it, Elvis was in some hideous movies. And he even commented on how bad they were.
Yeah.
I think the one that comes to mind, though, my favorite Elvis movie, and if you can get this or find it, online something, run out and get Harem Scarum. Harem Scarum, yeah,
okay.
Where Elvis was running around in this Arab garb. And that alone was worth the price of admission.
Harem Scarum, okay. Harem Scarum.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, sometimes... can you imagine if they had? Yeah, they could never do that nowadays. Send an American white rock star.
Oh no!
Running around with a turban on.
No, they couldn't do that now, nor should they.
Nor should they. Right.
But let's face it. I want to talk about. I think the greatest performance one of the greatest performances in the history of show business was Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was starred in a movie called, I think it was 7 Years in Tibet.
Yes.
And he had this phony Austrian, German accent.
It was horrible.
Oh, it was just hilarious. And the best thing about his German accent or Austrian accent, as the movie progressed, he lost it.
Yeah.
So he moved to Tibet and then sounded like he was from New Jersey.
Yes.
Go figure. It happens to a lot of those Lama types, They think they're going to find God and, this esoteric union with the universe, and instead they just lose their accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that he didn't start speaking like a Tibetan, he started speaking like, hey, can I get some milk over here? How long have I been over here? How's the motherland? Deutsch bag. Deutsch or no Deutsch? That's pretty good, yeah. That was just to lose. You know what else? I don't know why it made me think of it. Well, Jack Harrow made me think of it. It made me think of Robin Williams.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go.
Loved him in everything except for Miss Doubtfire. And I'll tell you why. It was funny. He was funny. It made me so mad. How can you fucking not see it's him?
Exactly.
Fuck you. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot if you don't know that's your old man in drag. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing you can do to Robin Williams or whoever his name was supposed to be. There's nothing you can do to him to change that.
One of the great moments with Robin Williams was when he was on the Mork and Mindy show.
Oh, yeah.
And he was from outer space or something. I didn't follow it. But anyway, he thought that he could liberate eggs
Yes.
He had an egg, and he said, "Go now and be free," like that. And the egg just went splat,
Yeah.
and he was just crushed. But then who wouldn't have been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you think, you're freeing
Yeah.
the little eggs.
And that has a lot to do with the high price of eggs right now in this country.
Yeah.
It goes all back to that moment when that egg hit the ground.
I can't blame Robin. I blame Mork from Ork.
Yeah, that's
Nanu
right.
Nanu.
Yeah.
Robin Williams, I got to see him in San Francisco. My parents and I were at the aquarium one day.
Mm-hmm.
And outside the aquarium in San Francisco, they have the big, what the hell do you call it? Auditorium.
Yeah.
Or,
I know what you mean.
Open air.
Yeah.
And
the amphitheater there.
yeah, the amphitheater.
Right.
And they had a whole bunch of different people getting up there and talking and doing jokes and everything. And then he got up. And he didn't look like him, but he sounded just like Mork. And he's like talking, he's doing his little shtick or whatever. And he sees all the kids that are there, because there's kids everywhere. And he goes, I know what all you kids are thinking right now. It's Mork from Mork and Mindy. And it's like, you can hear every kid go,
Yeah.
Because you didn't know until he solidified
Right.
it,
Right.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember this? This goes way back. I doubt you probably weren't even born. But there was a show called My Favorite Martian. Remember that?
I do. I've seen it.
And the whole thing, it was this little character who's, was a Martian, obviously, and he flew to Earth and his spaceship crashed. And some guy found him and took him home and helped him out. And the idea was that the spaceship was parked out in his garage. And he was trying to fix it so he could get back to Mars, get back home. So this guy, I forget who the actor was who played him, but the big thing about the Martian, who's Uncle Martin, that's what he called him.
Yeah.
The guy called him Uncle Martin.
Martin the Martian.
Is that every once in a while he'd have this antenna come up out of his head. And that was the price of admission right there, just to see that antenna come out of his head. And that was just a moving experience.
Was it, I'm afraid to ask, should it have been covered by clothing?
No.
Was Uncle
No,
Marvin?
No, Uncle Martin was an okay
Martin,
guy.
yeah, Uncle Martin, I mean.
Martin, yeah.
Okay, as long as he wasn't getting a little...
No.
Okay. I don't know.
The thought alone is enough to upset me.
Oh my God.
Do you have thoughts that upset you?
I have thoughts that scare the shit out of me. Usually every day before I go to work, but by the time I'm there, the medication kicks in, they're gone.
Oh, good.
You?
No. I have, I've had some less than pleasant experiences, like we all have, and sometimes they come back to haunt, and I have been prone to think, how could I do something that was so phenomenally stupid?
Yeah.
I mean, I've done some stupid stuff in my life.
Go ahead. Let me hear one.
Oh no, I don't want to get into that. You know what they are.
I'll start. I think I was 16.
Nah.
My dad told me to give the dog a bath. Get the dog, black German Shepherd, get the fucking flea shampoo, we go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Get the dog wet, start lathering up, she starts screaming. Screaming, starts running around. I'm like, what the hell? Because she's had fleas. And my dad goes, what are you washing her with? And I read it out loud. He goes, that's flea dip. That needs to be diluted in gallons and gallons of water.
Oh, no.
So he had to run and chase the dog and hold her down and rinse it all off of her. I felt.
Now, how old were you when that happened?
16.
See, and you're what, in your late 80s now? Or no? No, 16. So
57 now.
Yeah, okay. So we're talking a solid, 30 years, 40 years ago?
Yeah.
40 years ago. And it still haunts you to this very day.
It still, it does.
Yep.
It haunts me because
you were really stupid.
she ran around screaming.
Oh.
And I stood there like, dur.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah.
When I should have just grabbed the hose. I mean, it was obvious.
And let's face it, the worst thing about stupid stuff is that instead of simply in the middle of it, when you do something really stupid, you should just say, boy, that was really stupid. But no, you try to make up for it. try to smooth it
You
over,
do.
and then it looks worse. Then
You
it
do.
just looks ridiculous.
You do, yeah. Hey, I know my foot's in my mouth. Have you ever seen somebody put their heel in their mouth? Let me give that a go. And that's what it is every time for me.
Yep.
That's why I started this, because at least this, we can laugh about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there's a lot to be said for that. You know?
Yeah.
I think we could all laugh at a few things. Wouldn't hurt right about now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't want a lawsuit, so I'll just laugh internally. But yeah, I understand. Well, this has been awesome, man.
Yeah.
We're running up to the end. Is there anything you want to?
No, I'm not Dave Letterman. I run a gas station. Yeah, down in Oakland,
Oakland,
California.
Oh, I thought you meant Oakland, Mississippi. I was going to say.
Well, that too. We're branching out.
Okay. All right. Oakland, California. Well, congratulations.
Yeah. We're done pretty well. I think we're having a special on tires. You might want to head on down and pick up a couple.
It might be a drive. I'll look into that on MapQuest and see what that. Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, Oakland's a bit of a drive.
Yeah,
but I appreciate it.
That Highway 101 goes right down that way, but just don't have any flat tires, because I can tell you that's not scary. I mean.
Oh, it is. It is. It's beautiful if you don't get behind a rig or an RV or a Yugo.
Yes.
Very much so.
Yeah, that's true. All those things that can happen any minute.
So, after retiring from the most famous late night show on the air, what do you do? What do you do for retirement to have fun?
I'm not David Letterman. I mean, come on. I'm just not. But I heard that David Letterman has a ranch out in Montana.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he spends some time out there, and it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And
my co-host is actually from Montana.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Talks about it, and I don't think I could ever want to live there.
Well, David Letterman, I've heard.
Yeah.
Doesn't live there all the time. You know, he has.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
So it's kind of, especially like the winters are a little.
Yeah.
But he evidently goes other places during the winter that aren't Montana.
Yeah. Yeah, I would bet. I bet winter would be nice in not winter places.
Yes.
I think I said that right.
Yeah.
Damn that Jack Herrera. Whatever. Anyway.
All right.
Well, that's it for our show.
All right. Well, thanks for the help out there on 101. I appreciate that.
Thank you for giving me years of television comedic enjoyment.
Oh, no.
I can't even tell you.
I want everybody to understand I am not David Letterman.
He's not joking around. David Letterman is the man.
All right.
Thank you, David.
Okay.
Okay, so usually I have this guy sitting here, and he beatboxes to me doing our outro. So I'm just going to play this again real quick.
Okay.
I'm going to play my intro again real quick and just try to belt it all out before then.
Okay.
All right. Hope you had a good time. If you liked riding with us, like, subscribe, and share. Look us up, A Higher Perspective, the podcast. All one long word. If you have something you want us to share on the air, ahigherperspectivethepodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget, you're never too high to give your perspective. Okay. All right. I don't know what happened there at the last part of the music.
Deuce or no?